I did play it. Yay! I'm live streaming on YouTube. Probably be a lot quicker than trying to do Twitch and then moving over to Twitch now. Ooh. I'm in the yellow stream. Wasn't it green? Why you give me settings. Maybe I should make it. Oops. Okay. Settings. So figure out how to get the loaded encoder to work. Search. my video resolution. Let's go with those back there. There it goes. Alright, so gotta stop the video right quick.
What's going on, everybody? I just wanted to give you a quick tutorial on how to fix the encoding error you might face during a game. Now, I have a very top-of-the-line PC, so this may not work for everybody, but this helped me. I have not been able to play Watch Dogs 2 without the encoding error constantly popping up while I'm using OBS. So I figured I would give everybody an actual run-through on how to actually fix it, rather than all the clickbait bullshit that sends you through a 15-minute video of somebody just yammering on. Anyway, so we're going to switch over to Watch Dogs 2 right now, and I'll just do continue game. And normally, it'll load up, everything will be fine, so we're going to sit to this load screen, skip ahead. I'm not going to cut down this video. It's just going to take a minute for me to show you. As with a lot of streamers, I stream full screen windowed, so that I'm actually able to switch from my screens just by hitting escape, and switch into my chat and everything like that. So if you're using OBS, if you're streaming on Twitch or whatever service, and you're getting this encoding error, easiest way to fix it, we're going to do it as soon as this loads here. It's just taking a lot longer than it should. Go ahead and skip ahead like another 30. There we go. Okay, so we're in the game. Normally, if I was doing anything, especially driving a vehicle, suddenly I would getting an encoding overload. Turn down your settings, and I'm already getting that on OBS over here. I'll go ahead and I'm going to tab out and bring that over to the screen so that you can see it. So, as you can see, well, let's see here. Let me I'll tab, bring this back up. And I'm gonna try. No, I can't really show you. Anyway, you're here because you get this error and you know what it looks like. So anyway, as I'm running around, as I'm doing stuff, whatever, I'm getting an encoding error and it's starting to drop frames like crazy. So what you do is what I did. I just hit Windows key, right click on your start bar down at the bottom, go to Task Manager, then you're gonna go to Watchdogs 2. You're gonna go to, if you're running Windows 10, you'll go to Details. I think it's go to Processes, I believe. So go to Details, and then you're gonna find the game that's giving you the error that you're trying to play. You're gonna go to Set Priority, and you're gonna set it to below normal. So below normal here is basically it's going to change its priority in the Windows processor family, and should allow you now to play this game without having any encoding overload errors. And it's that simple, it's that quick. So hopefully this was helpful for you. If it was, give it a like. If it wasn't, I don't know, give it a thumbs down or something. I don't really care. Doesn't matter. Just trying to be helpful, guys. And if you really love me, you should come join me over at twitch.tv/thenevercat. That's where you can find me. I typically stream at 6 p.m. That may be changing soon, but for now, that is the case. So go hit that follow button there, hit the sub button here, and hopefully I can provide you with some more tips in the future. I'll see you guys around.
That is what I need. That's bad.
How to fix OBS's encoding overload message, aka how to make the recordings from OBS not look like a steaming pile of dog shit. If you're trying to record gameplay, you might see a message when you stop recording in the bottom left of OBS with the dreadful text encoding overload. This is bad. Basically, it is struggling to render the video, and as a result, the rendered video will have horrible FPS and just be pretty unwatchable. Now, high encoding is a big issue with OBS. Because encoding the video is a very CPU heavy process, high encoding means you are maxing your CPU. So in particular with older hardware, this situation is more prevalent. My computer now is a bit old, and its specs are in the description below. So I have had to figure out the settings which allow me to record resource intensive games and record with OBS at the same time, while avoiding this encoding overloaded error. So if you too have a middling PC, in this tutorial I will go over the ways that we can fix this. So the first and easiest thing to check is to close anything else in your system that is using CPU when you're recording. So you can take a look at the high CPU using apps in your task manager. That's not the right terminology. I have Google Drive and Dropbox open, so you better believe that I'm closing those. And this will give you a bit more CPU to help encode those videos. So other things to consider, if you have a webcam in your scene, be sure that its settings aren't too high, as that will drain resources too. So really you don't need any more than 480p for a webcam video. And if you're running quite a resource heavy game that is competing with OBS, you can go into Task Manager and reduce the priority of that game. It is a bit of a patch rather than a solution, because it may not help OBS and it may make the game run worse. Alternatively, you can give OBS a higher CPU priority in Task Manager so that it is not interfered with as much, but you can do this very action along with many other changes within OBS settings. So let's dive in. So if you go in the settings into output and then recording, because that's what I was talking about. So the main thing you can do is change the encoder. Now I use X264, for me this gives the best results. I use a bitrate of 3000, any higher and I start to overload the encoding. Oops, don't change that. A keyframe of 2 is pretty standard. CPU usage preset, I use ultra fast, so basically this means OBS computes less during encoding, so it is faster and less resource heavy, but the video looks worse. Vice versa, you could use slower settings, which would use more CPU, but produce a better quality video. Of course, that is until you overload and the frames are duplicated or skipped entirely. So other encoders exist. I also have QuickSync, which is a hardware encoder on Intel integrated GPUs. I tend to stick with X264 because it has a greater array of options, but QuickSync may work better for you, so mileage may vary. And there's also an NVENC for NVIDIA GPUs, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. As I'm running an AMD, I can't see it, so I can't say much about it, but if that's another option available for you, give it a shot. Going into the video tab, The next thing that we can change is the output resolution. So the base resolution should be the screen resolution. The output in my case is exactly the same, so 1080p. However, I'm strongly considering jumping down to 720p because I cannot render videos greater than 720p anyway. So if output of 1080p is causing an issue, jumping down to 720p will help reduce CPU load. And the downscale filter is a big deal that I've found anyway. I use bilinear, which is the fastest, but if I use anything else, so bicubic or Lanczos, I get encoding overload. So basically this setting affects how the output is downscaled.